Are you ready to see the flip side of the coin of the Golden State? California, the land of beautiful beaches, Hollywood, and majestic weather. But what about the places that don't make it into the postcards? The cities where the cost of living is through the roof, access to healthcare is scarce, and economic opportunities are few and far between. We're talking about high unemployment rates, skyrocketing crime rates, not to mention the taxes that will make you want to sell your firstborn. Add in underfunded schools and low life expectancy, and you've got yourself a recipe for disaster. But wait, there's more. We're also going to take a look at the lack of access to recreation and nature, as well as the lack of things to do. Brace yourself for a journey through the most undesirable places to reside in California. From high crime rates to poor education systems, these 10 cities have earned the dubious distinction of being the worst of the worst. Are you ready to discover the places that you should steer clear at all costs? Because trust us, living in these cities is not a walk in the park. Coming in at number 10 on our list is Bakersfield, California. This city may be known for its oil production and agriculture, but Bakersfield is also known for being one of the most polluted cities in the state. The poor air quality and lack of access to recreational activities make it a less than desirable place to live. But that's not all. Bakersfield also has a high crime rate, making it difficult for residents to feel safe in their own neighborhoods. And if you're looking for a good education or healthcare, you might as well keep looking. The schools and hospitals in Bakersfield are far from top-notch. Ranking at number 9 is Fresno, California. The Fresno Folly, as we like to call it, may be home to some of the most beautiful natural landscapes in the state, but unfortunately, the residents of Fresno can't enjoy them. The high poverty and unemployment rates make it difficult for residents to make ends meet, let alone afford a weekend getaway. But it's not just the lack of money that's the problem. Fresno also has a serious lack of access to quality healthcare and education, which has contributed to its low life expectancy. It's a shame that the residents of Fresno can't enjoy the natural beauty that surrounds them, but they are too busy struggling to survive. Coming in at number 8 is San Bernardino, California. This city may have a rich history and cultural heritage, but unfortunately, the present is not so pretty. San Bernardino has one of the highest crime rates in the state, and if you're thinking about starting a family here, think again. San Bernardino has a serious lack of access to quality healthcare and education. This city may have a rich past, but the present and future don't look so bright. Coming in at number 7 on our list is Vallejo, California. It may be located in the heart of wine country, but unfortunately, the residents can't afford to enjoy it. The high cost of living in Vallejo is a real buzzkill, making it difficult for residents to make a living, let alone sip on a glass of wine and relax. And if you're thinking about starting a family, Vallejo might not be the best choice, as the city's healthcare and education options are far from top-notch. Ranking at number 6 on our list is Modesto, California, known infamously as Meth Desto. The city has struggled with an abundance of illegal meth factories and a high rate of meth addiction among its residents. This problem has only been exacerbated by the high poverty and unemployment rates in the area, making it difficult for residents to make ends meet and access the resources they need to overcome addiction. Not to mention, the city's crime rate is higher than the national average, with neighborhoods that are far from safe. To make matters worse, Modesto is also known for its subpar education and healthcare system with a low life expectancy to match. It's a city where the American dream may seem like a pipe dream for its residents, and the only thing that's booming is the meth industry. Coming in at number 5 on our list is Merced, California, known as the gateway to Yosemite. But for its residents, it's more like the gateway to Satan's lair. This city, located in the heart of California's Central Valley, is plagued by a trifecta of troubles: high crime rates, skyrocketing housing costs, and unemployment rates that would make even the most optimistic job seeker break out in a cold sweat. Merced has been ranked as one of the worst cities for crime, employment, and housing costs, making it an undesirable place to live for many. But it's not just the lack of money and safety that's the problem. Merced also has a serious lack of access to quality healthcare and education. It's a city that's in dire need of change, and fast. A place where the gateway to Yosemite is blocked by a barrier of poverty, crime, and unemployment. It's a city that's a far cry from the picturesque postcards you might see of California. Coming in at number 4 on our list is Compton, California. Known for its rich cultural heritage and contributions to music and art, the birthplace of gangster rap and a city that has shaped the world's perception of street culture and the urban life. However, despite its historical significance and cultural impact, Compton has struggled to improve the quality of life for its residents. The city has a high crime rate, just like Coolio said in his song Gangsta's Paradise. Additionally, Compton has a high poverty rate and a lack of economic opportunities. The city has been facing a number of issues like the lack of affordable housing, a high rate of unemployment, and a failing school system. It's a city that is in dire need of change, where the streets that once gave birth to a cultural revolution now need a revolution of their own. Coming in at number 3 on our list is Stockton, California, a city that's rich in history and culture, but also rich in dangers and woes. The residents of Stockton have had to contend with a number of issues that have made it a city to avoid. The city has a crime rate that's off the charts, with streets that are more dangerous than a war zone. From carjackings to shootings, Stockton residents are living in constant fear of becoming a statistic. Additionally, Stockton has a poverty rate that's through the roof, with many residents struggling to make ends meet. The city has a lack of economic opportunities, which makes it near impossible for residents to find a decent job and support their families. It is a city that is in need of a serious overhaul, where the residents deserve a better future than the one they are facing today. A city that should come with the warning label, "Enter at your own risk." Sliding in at an inglorious number 2 on our list is Oakland, California. Oakland is a cesspool of crime and danger. With one of the highest crime rates in the United States, it's no surprise that the streets are plagued with violent acts and property crimes. The city's residents live in constant fear of being robbed, mugged, or worse. Not only is it unsafe to walk around at night, but even during the day, one can't escape the threat of danger. It's a city where even the most basic necessities like visiting a convenience store can end in tragedy. It's a place where you'll be hard-pressed to find a single person who feels truly safe. The city's leaders have clearly dropped the ball when it comes to keeping their citizens secure. Oh, and to no one's surprise, it also has horrible schools, high cost of living, high unemployment, and all the other things that you would expect from a ranking this high on our list. Oakland is a city to be avoided at all costs, unless you have a death wish or are looking for a cheap thrill. And the granddaddy of them all, coming in at number 1 on this list of untouchables, is Richmond, California. Richmond is the ultimate no-go zone for anyone looking for a safe and healthy place to live. The city's crime rate is alarmingly high, with streets plagued by a wide range of criminal activities. You'll have to constantly look over your shoulder, as even the most mundane task can turn into a life-threatening situation. But the problems in Richmond don't stop there. The city's education system is severely lacking, with underfunded schools and unqualified teachers. It's a place where students are set up for failure from the moment they enter the school system, and it's hard to find a good school for your children. But perhaps the worst aspect of Richmond is the environment. The city is home to a Chevron oil refinery, which pumps out dangerous levels of pollution. The air is thick with toxic chemicals, and residents suffer from a host of breathing issues as a result. It's a city where simply taking a breath can put your health at risk. And there you have it, the worst places to live in California. These cities are plagued by high crime rates, poor education systems, and toxic environments. We hope this video has been informative and helped you make an informed decision about where you want to live by warning you against where not to live. After all, who wants to live in a place where they have to be constantly looking over their shoulder or where the air they breathe is toxic? These cities are to be avoided at all costs, and there are plenty of other great places to call home in the Golden State.